Okay, the floor is yours.
In the world of entertainment, producers have come up with many methods of presenting their stories to the general public. Two of these methods include the live theater and the movie theater. What comes to mind when you step into the live theater? You know, it's an olden day atmosphere, the curtain opens, the performance begins. What comes to mind when you step into a movie theater? It's more modern, there's pump-up music. For decades, passionate people on both sides have debated as to which of these forms of presenting the ideas is better. Passionate people on both sides have come, but yet the issue remains. Is live theater better than the movies, or are movies better than live theater? Well, fortunately for us, this debate has finally been decided that live theater is better than the movies. However, we want to decide for ourselves, and we are fortunate enough today to have two experts in each of these respective fields who have agreed to partake in a live debate so that we can come to this own decision. In fact, up first, we have Sarah, who's going to argue that live theater is better than the movies. Sarah, an actor herself, wrote her thesis in the art of theater. She knows everything there is to know on this issue. Trust me when I say that. So without further ado, I'd like to call Sarah up to speak. Thank you.
Thank you for the introduction. I want to talk to you all about the difference between live theater and film. For starters, live theater is a live performance. These productions are performed about 6 times a week, sometimes multiple times each day. Now, these actors have one shot to capture their audience. And with this one shot, they're building a connection. This connection leaves a lasting memory. Now, with film, there are multiple takes. The actors can screw up and it's cut. Let's rewind, do it again. With theater, when you mess up, it is the actor's responsibility to carry themselves off as though it's part of the production. No two performances in theater are ever done the same way twice. Now, these actors in theater train for months, if not years, and they're performing their own stunts live each and every day. Now, in film, it's a lot easier to get a stunt double or a stand-in than have the actors do the work themselves. In my opinion, it's taking the easy way out of things. I want you all to think about the history of theater. Theater has been around for hundreds of years, and it survived. It started off as biblical representations, to then theater groups such as Shakespeare. It also got banned for trying to express itself and share joy with one another. Theater opened up class division between people, as everyone was allowed to come and see these performances. I often argue to myself that theater is the reason that we even have films and movies. It brought people together on a level that I can't even explain, and it survived. Now I want you all to think about the very first theater production you ever saw, and that passion you felt seeing those performers right before your very eyes, and what you felt, how into the story you were, and try and apply that to the very first movie you saw. For most of us, you can't remember the very first movie you saw, but theater will always remain. Thank you.
That was a very strong argument for Sarah. Up next, we have Tala, who will debate that movies are better than live theater. Tala, a special effects expert from Hollywood, knows this old age issue like the back of her hand. Trust me when I say that. So without further ado, I'm going to call Tala up to speak. Thank you.
Well, I'd like to start off with a clarification that most of us are kind of ambiguous with. So, electronic theater is anything that requires an electronic device in order for someone like us to experience the performance or the event. Now, us being the generation of technology, we can all relate to that, right? Right. So, movies are easily made and can be easily distributed. Us, as using technology every day, we can make a movie and just distribute it along thousands and even millions of people. And hey, what if we get into Hollywood for that purpose? The other point is that theater is kind of considered as a work, okay? So in order for us to enjoy that, we need to kind of interpret the work itself. Movie, you can just sit back and relax and literally enjoy and seek entertainment out of it. My fourth point is that movies have a lot of genres. There's action, there's romance, there's comedy, there's endless genres. Theaters kind of are restricted to a certain classicals. My fifth point is that scheduling. We all have busy lives. We all go to university, we all work, etc. That scheduling can fit into our daily life. We can maybe watch a movie today, tomorrow, or after. However, with a theater performance, you're restricted to that exact time. My sixth point is that, theater, movies, celebrities partake in them, which means that they have a lot of experience, which means that we're gonna receive an awesome performance. With live theater, I'm not insulting anyone, however, most people are amateurs when they are acting. When it comes to celebrities, we all are aware of them and we love them. We can easily relate to them. Thank you.
Okay, wow. Some very insightful comments on Tala, definitely. So next what I want to do is I want to ask you each a question. I'm going to see if you guys can rebut the question I'm going to ask. So firstly, Sarah, in terms of the live theater, don't you think that with technology advancing the way it is, we're losing a lot of the special effects in live theater and we just don't get to see the advances in the live theater anymore today?
Technology certainly has helped with theater and is used today very much so in similar ways to film. However, theater is still around today. Sure, you can talk about all the celebrities and whatnot being involved. They'll say that their first love is theater, and there's something about being completely bare to the audience, that you don't need all the technology crap that we have today to capture a moment. And that is what live theater is. Capturing moments and building connections with those around you, not just relying on technology.
Thank you, I appreciate that answer. Tala, just a question I'd like to ask you is, we're all in the theater department here, and we know what great effect your actual presence of your body can have in the room. And when you watch a movie, the actors aren't there, the performers aren't there. How do you think having the movie, how does it benefit the deficiency that is lost from not having the performers in the room at the time?
Well, first of all, we can rewatch the movie 10,000 times, 1 million. We can simply rewatch it as many times as we like. Also, we have sound effects and lighting and anything you can really think of. So with that in mind, we can relate to the movie and to the person by rewatching or maybe understanding the key point of that movie. Again, consistently rewatching the movie. However, in theater, you can't rewatch a performance. You're there once, and that's it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Tala. Me, myself, I can't really come to a conclusion as to who gave a better debate, so I'm going to give it up to you guys. First, we're going to see for Sarah. Who thinks that Sarah gave the better debate? By a show of hands.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. And Tala? Okay, it appears that Sarah's won. Congratulations, Sarah.
That wasn't fair of me at all.